What I'm fascinated with is something in the human physiology that can detect these electromagnetic currents.
Sure.
Is it about our physiology?
The simple law or principle in physics is called induction, and it's actually the way our electrical power plants work. Anytime you have a changing magnetic field, that will generate an electric current in anything present that's capable of conducting electricity.
Right.
Now that includes the ground, and we have ground currents that run through the earth every day. That's a standard part of geophysics. There are electrical forces that can be good for the growth of seeds.
Yeah.
And one question I asked myself was, why did these ancient peoples go to such almost absurd extremes to invest so much effort and energy into building these structures? When you think of it today, the biggest structures that we modern people build are probably hydroelectric dams.
Right.
And why do we build them? We build them because they're worth the effort, because they produce electricity, which is the lifeblood of an industrial civilization. In this case, we're talking about structures that were built requiring enormous effort that produced fertility, which is the lifeblood of an agricultural civilization. So looked at that way, they weren't any different than we are. They were just a different set of people working with a different knowledge base and a different set of tools to solve the same problems.
The substance of the force, the electromagnetic force that comes through there, what does it actually do to a seed to make it more productive?
What we know the modern laboratory controlled versions do is to actually generate a physiological response inside the cell that makes the seed more tolerant to the stress of free radicals.
Because free radicals age the body, and if we have free radical protection, we can maintain a sort of vitality.
Right, and the exact same thing is true on a more accelerated time frame in a plant that only lasts 1 year. So anything that does help fight off those will enable a more vigorous plant to grow and to produce more food. We take it for granted, at least here today, that we'll easily have enough food to survive. These were subsistence agricultural civilizations before the effects of crop rotation and fertilizer were discovered around 1000 BC. Once those were discovered, Stonehenge was abandoned. People stopped coming.
Stonehenge was abandoned because
it was abandoned at the same time that agriculture in England began using fertilizer and crop rotation, and that's an awful lot of coincidence. In that regard, my job is to be the one guy who comes in with instruments and looks objectively at all of this.